Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sathak, and in today's video we will learn about iTest context interface, what it is and how does it help in our typical programming and designing framework. We'll get to know, but let's go ahead and start coding and we'll directly understand from the coding perspective. Okay, so this is my typical project which I use. So TestNG learning, it is a part of TestNG playlist. So I'll create a class. I test context, let's say learning. Okay, so what you need to do first, we'll make 3 test cases. Okay, we'll make 3 test cases. Public void, let's say switch on. Okay, then we'll make another test case, public void running, or I mean any name, switch on and operating. Okay, and then we'll create another test case, public void switch off. Okay, so I've just created 3 simple test cases and I'm writing 3 simple outputs. Let's say laptop is switched on. Okay, here let's say laptop is running. Okay, here so laptop has been switched off. Okay, very simple 3 test cases. What all do we need? So we'll do one thing, we'll prioritize these 3 as well. So priority equal to 1 for this, and for the other 2 I will do a set like this. 1 second guys, I'm getting a call. Sorry for the disturbance guys. I think the clouds are like, oh my god, it's totally dark and rain is about to come anytime. Anyways, so as of now you just understand this, that why are we actually learning this. See, when we design frameworks there are a lot of things which we need to do. I'm getting you ready for that. See, iTest context is an interface. Please remember, I will write it here. This iTest context is an interface. Okay, I'm not sure whether this is an important interview question. You may not be asked, but again depends. Somebody will ask you these questions who really knows about all these things, otherwise don't expect much. Okay, then what is the basic functionality of this? What does it basically do? Okay, it is, it is mostly used in TestNG. Okay, it is used in TestNG most of the time. Okay, so, and what does it basically do? It simply, it helps, to share data within the test cases, but the condition is which are in a single Java file or in the same class. Okay, so this iTest context learning underscore Java, this is the class which we have. So this iTest context interface will help us to share data between these 3 test cases, but within this class file only, within this Java file only. If you want to do it in a different test case, then again you will have to pass a different, you have to use iTest context interface in that different class file, again in that different Java file. So iTest context limitation is it is only used within the same class. Okay, in between all the test cases they share data between each other. So what I'll do is I'll add one more thing here. I'll write depends on methods. This one will have switch on. Okay, let's say operating is dependent on switch on, and then this one depends on methods is dependent on, let's say, both of them. So first I'll write switch on. Okay, and then I'll write operating. So, so far so good. Now what we have to do is, here we have to pass the reference of this particular interface inside each and every method. This is a mandatory step. So you have to be very sure I test context, and you can pass the object reference of this interface, and you have to pass it in each and every method. So you have to import this, and then what you have to do is you have to pass this in each and every method, and it has to remain the same. You just cannot go ahead and pass a different object reference. You can't do that. Okay, so you have to do this much. Now next what? So now what you can do is, let's say for example this is okay, we'll use the object reference of this interface. Context dot, you can set a particular attribute, let's say laptop name. Okay, which you are switching on is oh my god, is Dell. Okay, oh my god, there is a lot of lightning happening. I hope nothing happens wrong. Anyways, so now you have set attribute using this object reference of iTest context interface as, let's say laptop name is Dell. Okay, even though I use an Asus laptop, but okay, jokes apart. Now you, let's say for example this particular test case is dependent on this particular test case's data. So writing the same data again and again, if it is dependent on that same test case and it also dependent on that data, so how do you get the data? For the same case, iTest context is used. I hope you are getting my point. Now what will you do here? You will write context dot get attribute, and what attribute you want to get? Laptop name. Okay, laptop name. Simple. So now what this particular get attribute returns, it returns a string type. You can leave it something like laptop brand. Okay, just you are doing something, and now you have to cast it string. Okay, now this looks right. Now you have to take the printout of this. So laptop brand. Okay, so you can write here the name of the brand is something like this. Okay, cool. Similarly you can get this thing here as well. You can write context dot get attribute. You, let's say for example, if you want, you can set a different attribute here. So let's go ahead and write a different attribute set here, context dot set attribute, and let's say for example you can write laptop speed, and you can write here very fast, something like that. Okay, and now you want to use this particular attribute here. So because sometimes laptop speed is slow, the RAM is less, so the switch off also doesn't happen really great. So you can get this particular attribute from there. So you can get it here like laptop speed. Simple. So you can again do the same thing. You can make it string laptop performance equal to, you have to cast here string because it returns an object type, so you have to cast it here. Then CISO, nothing, no big deal, laptop performance. Simple. Wow. Now let's run this. Oops, we have certain error, testng exception error. What error it is? Okay, depends on non-existent method switch on. Oh, see the silly mistake which I have done. See, so what happens is, do not get scared when you encounter a certain error. It will tell you each and everything. See here, it was, I had written small n, that is why it said. So I now changed it, I have saved it. It is good that we encountered this error. Okay, so I'll run it again. Okay, see, now it passed. So you understand, everything is so sensitive. Even in TestNG, everything is sensitive. One uppercase lowercase mismatch will not let you, get the output. So see, laptop is switched on. Okay, laptop is running, and the name of the brand is Dell. Laptop has been switched off, and it is very fast. Okay, you can write here even you know the the performance of the laptop, even in switch off, even to initiate switch off is. So now we can run, we'll run again, we'll see the output. See, we're getting beautiful output. Okay, so you can see all these things here. Okay, I hope you understood this. I hope you like this session. Okay, you can Google about this more. I test context learning and everything. You will get a lot of information about it. I'm not sure whether these questions have been asked in interview or not, but someone who actually knows testing really in depth, he may or may not ask. Okay, but again, nothing wrong in knowing these things. So this thing is very important when you actually design a framework. So this is kind of a prerequisite for you guys to learn. I hope you like this session, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Automation Hub Sarthak. Thank you so much, guys. Sarthak here, signing off.